I'm talking mad. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to knock, blah, 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 blah. This joker hit me so hard. My helmet turned to the side. I thought I got knocked out. I told one of my best friends, I said, bro, he got to go. So the next day, I took my granddad to 410.
But what makes them become a comedian and they knowing that they had a lot of trauma?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that's crazy.
Yes, sir.
Listen to what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Life is funny. Just think about it. Life is funny. Most great jokes come from a messed up situation, but it's real life and it's funny. Cool, man. It was a dope interview. I had fun. I didn't even realize we had been talking no damn 2 hours.
I'll give you your flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. Hey, bro, you silly, dog. Bro, this man is silly, bro.
Yeah!
I know what them hands like. Put the guns down, shot it what them hands like. Talking all that shit. Get drama beat to this. Get us to this.
And up, man, I done been around my motorcycle. I done been driving. I done been up to North Carolina. I done watched my dog, bro. I done, hey,
Yeah!
man, it done been a long day, dog.
Man, it's exciting to have you a part of this interview, man. This is my second interview, bro. And
You know I
I thank you for being a part of a lot of it, man. A lot of people don't know, man. You shared a lot of my stuff on Instagram, man, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And,
already know
and
I said, you already know it.
yes, sir. And you a man of your word.
Oh, yeah, hands down, dog. You know what I'm saying? I want to see everybody elevate, dog. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is I can do to help anybody elevate, as long as you're a good, good person, man, and you do right by people, man, hey, look, I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure you pop whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's an
I
honor.
get
Turn
that.
that phone off. It's an honor. So, man, let's get this interview started, man, because I got a couple stuff I want to ask you, man. And starting off with my first question, man, that I want to ask you, man. So, you are 34 years old, right?
Yep.
Ooh. So, was you was born in Ohio, right?
Nah. I was actually born in Pomeria, South Carolina.
Okay. You said Columbia?
Pomeria, South Carolina.
Oh, Pomeria.
Mm-hmm.
So, how far is that from Columbia?
About 40 minutes. I'm in Columbia right now.
Yeah? See, I went to school down there in Columbia. I went to Benedict.
Oh, you went to Benedict? Oh, man. I used to party over there at Benedict over there. They used to have a club over there called Levels back in the day, right? Like right down the road from Benedict.
Yes. That's where I used to go. Like, we're right up the street.
Yeah, I used to be, yeah, literally right across from the little train track. Like literally right there.
Yeah, that was 2012 for me.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was 2012 for me, man, and stuff. So you went to college. Did you go to college? End up going to college?
Yeah, after I got the military, I ended up going. I did I went to school for medical assistant and all that stuff like that. So, man, I got a story, dog, bro. My life crazy.
Man, I see that you was a security guard. Then you went to the army. Like, are you open up to talk about like, because I read and it said that you had like a discharge.
Yeah, I got medically retired out.
Okay.
Yeah, so what you want to jump right into that, or you
Yeah.
want?
Now, I first I want to ask you, man, like when it come up to your growing up lifestyle, would you say it was a kid's dream, or would you say you had it rough growing up
I was
in
rough.
South Carolina?
I was bad growing up, man. I had a rough upbringing, man. I grew up in a very abusive household.
Mm.
I was like all this stuff that's going on in my life now, my career and all that stuff. Like, bro, it's all. I always tell people it's by accident. That's what I tell people all the time. It's by accident. I ain't had no dreams of being a comedian. I ain't had no dreams of going to the military. I ain't had no dreams of going to college. Bro, I was in the streets. That's all I cared about. I ain't care about nothing else. But it was really me acting out because of how I grew up in an abusive household. You feel me? So, growing up in an abusive household, I got taken from my mom at an early age, placed in foster care. I tried to take out my stepdaddy at 13. I was facing a lot of time at 13. Man, I was rough, bro. I was rough, like for real, for real.
So did that as in when you seeing that? Okay, because you don't have kids. I know you have dogs, right? They
Yeah,
like your kids,
no
right?
kids. Yeah, no kids, 3 dogs.
Yeah. So when you seen that in your household, what was some of the things you said you weren't gonna allow when you have kids? Did it scar you, or what was some of the stuff that you learned from that? Because a lot of people still like when they go through that, they just still see it. And so, what was some of the stuff that you said when you have kids they'll never see?
They'll never see me beating on them. They'll never feel that. They'll know what that. They'll never know what that's like to be scared of. You know what I'm saying? They'll never know what it's like to be taken out your household because of things that I'm doing.
Hmm.
Uh, really, that's about it. They ain't really. I mean, they ain't really no. Got to go back.
Mm.
They'll never see. Yeah, they'll never see me. Just acting out in character, man. Like I had it all growing up. Don't get me wrong. My mom, she was a nurse, and we had a lot of bread growing up. But behind closed doors, it was an evil household. You feel me? So I had a lot of anger built up as a kid. A lot of anger. I didn't like men. I didn't like people. I didn't care about human life. I didn't care about nobody, bro. I was reckless, and it stemmed from what was going on at the house. And I always tell people all the time that I wasn't bad. It was really a cry for help. But I didn't know how to go out and ask people for help. You know what I'm saying? So instead I acted out and was hoping that people would see like, oh, hey, there's something going on. But instead, nobody really seen it. So I just acted out and I just stayed in the streets. Like literally
Mm.
stayed in the streets. I learned how to make dope before I learned my times tables. I was out there, bro. Like it was crazy.
Man, man. So in the midst of all this, and you seeing your mom, going through this, did you ever forgive? Like, did you
I for,
forgive?
I forgave. So me and my mom really just got cool probably about like cool probably about 3 4 years ago. I held a lot of resentment for my mom because I was, in my mind, I was like, dang, you supposed to take care of your kids, blah, blah, blah. But my mom real young.
Right.
My mom had me at 13. So
Oh
when
wow.
I was young, when all that stuff was going on, I wasn't thinking like, you still a kid yourself. You still young yourself. You feel me? Even though she was in her 20s and stuff like that. I was like, dang, you're supposed to be here to protect me. And, you're not here to protect me. But as I got older and I kind of like just mellowed down a little bit, I kind of started to understand when I started seeing like the women that go through things now, they be scared to leave. And you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, my mom didn't ever do none of the abusing. She just wasn't nothing. She wasn't there to like really protect me. You feel me?
Yes.
But she was scared herself. Me and my mama both was getting it every day. And, I got taken from my mom. I think I was in the fourth grade. I got taken from my mom and I got beat so bad. I got beat so bad one day to where I went to school and I couldn't sit down. And that was probably like one of the most embarrassing moments I probably ever had in my life, man. I had to go in front of a bunch of adults, the DSS or whatever, and they made me take off all my clothes, bro. And I had to stand there and hold my arms up, and you just seen like whips and yeah, I mean, it was bad, bro. It looked like something off Django.
Man.
So, so when I was 13, um, I ended up getting released back to my grandmother, and he ended up jumping on my mom, and I seen a picture of what my mom looked like after he had him jumped on her, and then I blacked out, and I told one of my best friends, I said, bro, he got to go. So the next day, I took my granddad to 14 and I broke into the house. And the only reason why he even still breathing because he walked through that door. He got off work, he got off work late. I called my mom after I broke in the house. I called my mom. I told my mom what I was about to do. My mom hung up the phone, called the police. I ain't care. And still to this day, if people ask me like, "Do you wish you?" I said, "Man, hey, look, I'm just glad he didn't come through that door." You feel me? So,
Yes.
um, if anything would have happened, I can't say whether I would regret it or not. But I end up catching him. I end up catching him and doing some crazy stuff to him, and that's where the time ended up. They was trying to get me like, I think it was like 31 years, something like that. And I got what was called juvenile life. So they locked me up. And then when I got out, they expunged my record because that was back before they was charging kids as adults.
Right.
So I was just like, man, I got to do something. So I just went and joined the military. That's how I ended up going to the military. I went to the military to get away.
And that's what I was about to ask you with that. You got away, you went to the military and you got medical, you said discharge and stuff.
Yep,
and you jumped into security. And I was seeing on your interviews how you were saying like a certain situation made you leave being a security guard.
Yeah. So I joined the military, man, and I ended up getting stationed at Arlington Cemetery. I was a tomb guard at Arlington Cemetery, which is one of the biggest honors you can have in the military, period. I got my secret clearance, top secret clearance at the time, you know, with my record and everything, to being clean and stuff. I could have got a job at, you know, working for the FBI if I wanted to. I got offered a White House communication job because I had a strong logistics background in the military. I ended up was rappelling out of a helicopter, and I ended up jumping out wrong, and I messed my back up pretty bad. So I messed my back up to where I couldn't walk for a hot little minute, and they medically retired me out. They medically retired me out. You know, they gave me 100%. I pretty much got a 20-year retirement in like 6 years because I was hurt so bad. And then I was walking through the mall in Atlanta, and I ran into Rashida's mom when they was filming the Love and Hip Hop TV show.
Yeah.
I walked up to Rashida's mom, and we hit it off. I walk up to anybody and talk to anybody. So a couple people asked me, man, they was like, yo, you want to come do security for us tonight? So I ended up going to do security for them. And that's how that jumped off. Then I started working with Black Youngster, Moneybagg Yo when they came out, The Baby, Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto. Like I got videos of all them way before they popped, like me with them and this, that, and third. And I ended up getting shot in the head. So when I got shot in the head, that's when I was like, yeah, my wife was like, yeah, you got to find something else to do. I done been almost killed 3 times.
Oh man, when you look at you, man,
Yeah,
I see all smiles, jokes, and that's why I always say you would never know what a person go through.
Yeah, I was almost killed. The first time I was almost killed was in a car accident. I was in a matter of fact, you know what Winsboro is down here?
Winsboro, yeah.
So I wrecked on a road called 34 down here, and I wrecked at I think it was about 1:30 in the morning, and I laid down in the middle of the road for 2.5 hours by myself. And the doctor told me the only reason why I didn't go right then and there was because it was cold outside, and it coagulated the blood. So if you look at my videos, I got a nice scar right here on my forehead. I got a long scar right here. So all this right here was open. You can see my brain, you can see all kind of stuff. And they told me the only reason why I didn't die because it was cold outside. He said if it was 10 degrees warm outside, I would have bled out right then and there in the road. I got to the hospital, and I kept saying this number out. And the number happened to be my girlfriend number, which is my wife now. I didn't know what I was saying. I was just saying the number. I just kept saying the number. So they called the number. My wife called, my mom and my grandma told them what happened. The second time was when I jumped out of the helicopter. I was way up in the air. And the only reason why I didn't fall to the ground was because it was 3 people on the ground. They pulled this rope. And when they pulled the rope, it stopped me from falling. But it stopped me so hard, that's why I messed my back up. Then when I was doing security, I ended up jumping on 3 guys. I jumped on them bad. It was, to be honest with you, to this day, I ain't even mad at the dude that shot me. Like, I ain't mad at him all because, I beat him so bad, I would have shot me too. Hey, for real.
Man.
And the crazy thing about that, I drove myself to the hospital.
Man, I ain't say you a blessing.
Yeah, I drove myself to the hospital. I went straight to the emergency room. I told him my name, and that's all I remember.
Man, God is real, man. Like, you got a story.
Yeah, I got a nice little joint. I got a book, man, upstairs. My mom, from the first time I was killed. So that car wreck, I was messed up so bad they gave me 12 days to live. I got a book upstairs that got what I was gonna wear in my casket, what my casket gonna look like, where I was gonna be buried at, the time of my funeral, the church where I was gonna have my funeral at. Because they told my mom, they was like, if he make it out of this, he ain't gonna be like his quality of life ain't gonna be nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to learn how to read again. I had to learn how to talk again. I couldn't do nothing for myself. My mom and them had to help me pee. They had to help me eat. I couldn't do nothing for myself for a hot little minute. And
Man.
so if you ever pay attention to like if I like whenever I post like my comedy stuff, because I don't really post too much of my material because I want people
Right.
to like come to a show. But if you I look off. Like even as we talking now, I have to think about what I'm saying because my memory because I had so much blood in my brain and swelling in my brain. Sometimes it just won't fire as quick, and I forget what it is I'm about to say. So when I'm talking, it seems normal how we talking, but really I'm sitting here like, all right, what do I say? What I gotta really think of the words that I gotta say. But I mean, I don't master it so good, you ain't even gonna be able to like tell. You feel me?
Right.
So yeah, it's
Right.
rough, bro. It's
So
rough, dog.
I see, man. I did not know, man. And
It's
that's
rough,
why I
dog.
say it's always a blessing to get to know people, man. That's why I'm so energetic and I should say high of life.
Right.
Because I'm very interested with people's stories and stuff, man, because you'll never know. So let me ask you something. When people look at you, what do they judge about you without even knowing you? Like, what's the first thing they do? Have
They
somebody
think
ever
I don't
told you?
fresh out of prison.
Mm,
Which I mean, it don't bother me though.
right.
I mean, I got tattoos all on my head, my face. I mean, I look like a criminal. I ain't knocking nobody, but at the same time, most of the time, most of the people that be judging me, I'm doing way better than you. And I ain't number 34 years old. I
34.
done did so much in my life than you done probably did whatever it is you got going on. So it don't bother me, man. I actually kind of like for people to judge me because then when they find out what I do and doing this that, and third. That's why, like, even on my social media, you don't see me bragging about what I do and this and third. I post and tell you where I'm gonna be at, and I let that be that.
Right.
So,
Right.
and I don't judge. I don't judge nobody. I'm always trying to help people out because I feel like that's how I'm gonna keep getting my blessings. So, I'm just, hey, look, like I tell people all the time, we live in to die.
Mm,
We live in to die. And, when you done been almost killed 3 times, you look at life totally different.
right.
You look at life, people always say, today could be your last day. Like, I done been there 3 times.
Mm,
And on top of that, I just had to have my heart restarted right before I got off the dang on what's names. I had a small little heart attack before, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm telling you, dog, it's crazy out here. It's
so
crazy.
so in the midst of everything, you know how people say when they have situations like that occur, do you
Right.
see something? Do you see the light? Do God and Jesus Christ come talk to you in the midst to make you turn around and think about certain things like life?
You want me to tell you what's really funny? The last time I was almost killed, I always tell people all the time that people ask me, do you see yourself doing comedy for a long time? I always tell them no.
Mm,
I don't see myself doing comedy for, and I could be. I could be wrong. My story already written. Your story already written. So
right.
this is just me talking. But in reality, I really want to be a preacher.
Okay.
I don't know how that's gonna work out with the head tattoos and the face tattoos, but that's what I really want to do. When I get all this street stuff out of my system, that's what I want to do. That's what I see myself doing. Now I could do comedy 20 plus years, 30 plus years, yada, but that's what I see myself really doing.
Right.
And that ain't me just saying, that's just what I see myself doing. I feel like I've been left here on this earth for a reason. And then, bruh, if I show you the pictures of how I look, you'll be like, ain't no way. Ain't no way you supposed to be here. Like, it just ain't me talking. I'm talking about, like, they bad, bro. They real bad.
Yeah, I see, man. Because
Come out of a horror
you
movie.
you said you went through all that. You know what I'm saying? You not supposed to be here, man.
Nope. So,
So did your faith grow even more with God and Jesus Christ? Did your faith grow strong? I know you said you want to be a preacher and stuff, but I had to tell you this, man. You got preachers out there that did way worse You get what I'm
And you know
saying?
what? And I tell people that all the time. A lot of preachers out there, they used to be some of the most reckless people. The preacher, same preacher that you go to church to and you doing it that third, used to be the reckless joker out here in the streets.
Right.
And something happened to where he just like, hey man, look, this ain't what I want to do. I want to bring people along this journey. I want y'all to know who God is. Now I'm not super religious. Now I grew up in the church when I was younger. I was lead singer of the children's choir and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily, and when I say I want to see myself being a preacher, I don't want to preach in a church.
Mm.
I don't want to preach in the church because I don't just talk about God. I actually pick my Bible up and read it.
And no matter what you're doing right now, what we having a conversation is church now.
You in church, exactly. A lot
We're
of people
talking about it.
and a lot of people don't understand.
Seeing that, man.
You in church all the time. You don't need to go to church to tell somebody to read you things, scriptures out of a book and tell you and get money from you. There's not no
Right.
to being sucked up to God. God don't need no money.
Right. Right.
No, your preacher need a new rose. Your preacher need to add some extra rooms to his house. Your preacher got child support he need to pay.
Yeah, man.
So,
Hey, man, that's wild, man.
I ain't gonna get into that though. But I ain't gonna get into that.
Listen. We in for it. But like you said, our life is already written, bro.
I tell everybody all the time. Everybody have their. This is how I tell people all the time. I tell people all the time. We all have our own story, and the reason why a lot of people can't get, to where they need to be because they too busy reading somebody else's story. You go to why this person got this. How did they get that? Don't worry about how they get that because they read their own book. But the reason why you can't get to where you need to be because you refuse to flip the page and see what's going on page 3. But you still stuck on page 2, but you over here on page 57 on his book. Right. You wonder why he prospering and why he getting blessed and why he got so much things. Read your own story. At the end of the day, when you close your eyes, it's gonna be you in that box.
That's right. That's
it's
right.
Gonna be you.
That's right. Because when it comes to judgment day, it's nobody else but you and God.
Mm-hmm.
So start getting yourself together, man. I tell people, and you got yourself together, man, and I know it, bro. You got a story. You here for a reason. Things don't happen to you; they happen for you.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
So, and I'm so pumped, man, because I did not know this happened, man, to you.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, and it just. I looked at you when I first met you, and I looked at you totally different, man. But right now, it got like it's another level with Hulk.
Yes,
another level.
I tell people all the time, man. Like I like even when I go places, man. Like I go a lot of places, man, and people stop me. They be like, Hulk. I don't mind. Like I talk to people as if I've known you for 20 years. Anybody that want to take a picture, I'll take a picture with you. Anybody that come to a comedy show, I'll be like, yo, what's the movie after this right here? I ain't going to your house or nothing like that. But what's the movie after this right here? What we about to do? You know what I'm saying? Like I like to be genuine, bro. I keep it humble because at the end of the day, this all could be over with. I don't care nothing about fame. I don't care nothing about people, Hulk, that is. I don't care nothing about none of that. I breathe the same air you breathe. I'm just like you. I don't care nothing about how people be doing the Hulk on the Country Wayne skits. Don't get me wrong, it's cool, but at the end of the day, dog, this is for entertainment. I want to be able to entertain people. I want you to give you something to look forward to, give you something to watch. But I want you to also understand me as a person. That's not who I am.
That's right.
Go back to being who I used to be, but I don't want to be that person for what? Because if somebody take me out, if somebody was to take me out right now, it'll be all on social media. Everybody be like, oh, Huck was so funny. Huck did this and third. And then guess what's going to happen on the field? Life goes on. Nobody care.
Goes on, man. And you hit it right. So when we looking at you in the Country Wayne,
yeah,
is that you who you used to be?
That's exactly how I used to be. That's why I played the character so good. Yeah, all that fighting the police, all that raging and stuff, it came. Matter of fact, it done been a couple times when we were shooting, and they was like, yo, I don't think he acting. I don't think he, I think he's serious. I done went back to a moment to where it's just like, all right, okay, cool. I'm back to reality now. So, and even with the Country Wayne stuff, I didn't even want to do it at first.
That's what I had to ask you. How did that?
I ain't no actor.
How did that come about? Like you said, you didn't want to do it at first. Like did they? write you into like playing the
They wrote
gangster
me to it.
role, or
Yeah, they
what
wrote me
type
to
of
it.
role?
This was a year in the making of me trying to figure out what I'm gonna really do. They been asking me. I used to be Country Wayne bodyguard when he first started doing comedy. That's how
Say,
crazy. That's how crazy it is.
you see how you connected to everything? Like
Yeah.
everything was already written for
It was
you.
exactly so. It was meant for me to do security and do this and stuff because really, what I was really doing is meeting the people who I was gonna be able to end up showing. Hey, look, this is what I can really do. Not knowing that they're gonna be able to be in a position to put me in a position. Now I'm in a position to put other people in a position. So I'm just going back forward.
That's a true blessing, man.
Yeah.
That's a true blessing.
I was with Wayne. I was with Wayne when he got his divorce. I went and printed his divorce papers out on the computer and handed it to him on stage.
Yo, say that again.
And I was with Wayne when he got his divorce, and I went to go print his papers off. They say, yo, your divorce is not final. He said, go print them off on the computer. I'll be right back.
Word, man. Word, man. That is wild, man.
It's crazy though, man, because I done been offered so much stuff. I done turned down, bro. I could have been, honestly, bro, I could have been on TV. I could have been on this and the third. I always turn it down because that's not what I want to do.
Right.
I could have been acting. I met the guy I met the guy about 8 years ago who made the Transformer movies, who was trying to get me at Marvel. And this is no joke. I still got the email to this day.
Would you play in those type of videos? Would you do it? Because I heard once you a part of that, you in there for life.
Now that I'm in the entertainment industry, I would.
Right.
But see, I didn't foresee none of this. Like I said, I was too busy worrying about other things. I was worrying about even when I got the military and stuff like that, security and stuff, bro, I was still in the streets. I used to be me and one of my homeboys. We used to jump on dudes at the club when they used to beat on their girl. Their girl used to hit us up and pay us, and they'll bring their dude to the club and we'll jump on them. That's how reckless I was.
Ain't nothing to laugh at about it,
That's how reckless I was.
So what made you do? Okay, so when you were saying about that, you jumping on a guy. So was that a part of what you seen and that made you just go like you didn't care attitude because you seen it like
I always look at it all the time, bro. Even to this day, if I see like, and they always say mind your business, man. They always say don't get in other people's business,
right?
But I done been in a lot of situations where I done seen dudes like manhandling their girl, and I go over there, man, and wild out because it take me back to seeing my mom.
Right.
So I black out. So that's why I just be like, hey man, look, you give me $250 and bring him to the club. I'll be there from 11 to about 4 in the morning. Point him out, and we gonna mollywop it.
So now it got better. You ain't doing that now.
No.
So when it comes to this and stuff, you saying, because I got some, when it comes to that, you know how they say mind your business, but when if you was to see that in public and the guy was doing that to the wife or something, but we didn't know what was going on, the woman probably just one time, and we didn't know the situation.
I don't even care about the situation. The only thing I know is what I've seen. I just seen a man hit a woman. I ain't no superhero, but at the same time, though, it's just like, bro, at the end of the day, you're a man. You can't take a hit from a woman. Yeah, you don't want to be hit, and yeah, everybody need to keep their hands to yourself. But bro, that's a female. You ain't man enough, strong enough to grab her and hold her real tight and say, "I'm gonna hold you till you calm down." Like, nah, bro. Like, man, don't put your. I mean, hell, my wife done went upside my head a couple times, plenty of times. And what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ball my fist up and hit her like she a dude out there in the street. Now don't get me wrong, I might get bugged and be like, hey, you hit me again, y'all, but I ain't gonna do nothing.
Right.
Female, bro.
Right. Cause I seen y'all been you been with her since you was 16 years old and you married her at 19.
I've been with my wife since I was 16. I got married at 19 for $25. I got married in some sweatpants and flip flops and a white. So if anything happened, I'm out of a half a tank of gas.
So think about this, man. How young Y'all were
Yep.
this team.
You
And
me tell you why. I tell everybody. Everybody asks me why you got married so young. Blah blah blah.
right.
And go back to you when I was laying in the middle of that road and I was about to die.
Mm.
The only number I could remember was hers. I just kept yelling out a number. They asking me my name. I don't know my name. I don't know what's going on. They asking me hey, what's your name? I don't know my name. I don't know. I just know this number. Who number this is, I don't know. But this is the only number I know. And it happened to be her. So I figured like, you know what? My wife stood by me, and my wife older than me. So my wife was in college. My wife skipped school and everything to make sure that she was there, there with me. So I'm just like, hey, I can't let this hit the street.
That's right.
I can't let this hit the street. I need this with me at all times. And that's why we've been married 15 years. 34.
That's right.
Almost over half my life I done been married. That's crazy. You don't see that
at all. You don't see that at all. See, I'm married. I've been with my wife for 9 years and stuff, man. And they say once you find a wife, you find a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I see how I used to be too, also.
Yeah.
And how when she came and she changed me as a man. Well, I was already, changing mode. It's just how she elevated me in life.
Yeah.
So
my wife the reason why I ain't in prison for life.
You said what?
My wife the reason why I ain't in prison for life. I tell people that all the time. If I ain't have my wife with me, I would not be here. And that's me just talk. I would not be here. Right. I got a temper, dog. And when it come to men, bro, I'm gonna take it there. I promise you, I'm gonna take it there. I ain't gonna talk. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna take it there. I don't care who you with. You can be pushing a stroller. You can be go get baptized. I don't care. I'm gonna take it there.
Not baptized.
I don't care. I'm gonna take it there. My wife. I used to be on the phone with my wife, bro. My wife would hear me argue with somebody, and then you'll just hear, gunshots or whatever in the background. You'll hear this, that, third, and I hang up the phone. I used to call it going on a mission. Man, I used to be reckless, dog. I'm telling you, hey, I used to be reckless. Down here, bro, Leon, Lot, and all them, they know who I am, bro. That's how bad it is down there. Like that's how reckless I used to be.
Man, I'm glad your wife tamed the beast. That's what it is.
My wife, the real thug.
We know.
She the real thug.
She's shorter than you, ain't she?
Yes, yeah. Oh, my wife short. My wife extra short.
Yeah, my wife 4'10", bro. And
yeah. I think my wife about 5'2", somewhere in there. Yeah, short. Got them hands. And my wife from the gutter. So it's just like, me and my wife, man, we've been thugging out for a long time. So I can't, even now, bro, I can't even, me and my wife done been through some stuff, dog. I still can't see myself without her. That's I don't see myself with no, and they ain't even me trying to be all cute and all that.
No, I understand.
I've been with her so long, bro. It'll be awkward to be even trying to date somebody else.
Right. So, I understand that. That's how it is. I understand with me because I got a rule, and some people don't agree with it, but I don't hang out with single people. Like all my friends, I only got 2 people that I hang, and they both married.
Yeah. And
it just because certain people rules are different.
Yeah. I don't go out at all. You don't see no videos of me in the club. You see me on a plane going to make some money.
Always.
You will see.
I catch you. You in Vegas? I was like, man, what? Huh?
Be gone, bro. I'll be gone because at the end of the day, bro, like I tell you, like now to the point of my life where I'm at now, I'm not doing it for me. I ain't got no kids or nothing, but I got a baby sister, I got a baby brother, I got a mother, I got a grandmother. I'm not doing it for me. At all. None of what I'm doing for me. My checks don't even go to me. And that's a fact. Every last one of my comedy checks go to my wife. Every last check. I don't care how much it is.
Yes, sir.
Write it to my wife.
Yes, sir.
I keep my t-shirt money.
And by the way, that t-shirt fire. If y'all don't know, y'all need to go cop his t-shirts.
Yeah.
Cop his t-shirts, y'all.
I keep every last one of my checks go to my wife.
That's what's up, man. So are y'all planning to have kids in the future, and how many?
Well, me and my wife now we'll never have kids. My wife ended up having to have this procedure done, man, to where she can't have kids. But my head tattoo. So me and my wife, we actually lost our kid in 2018. That's what my head tattoo is for.
Oh man,
So
sorry to hear.
my wife had a ectopic pregnancy, and I don't know if you know what that is. That's when the baby grow in the tube.
Oh yeah.
But we didn't know that the baby was growing in the tube. So by the time we found out, bro, the baby is like like you can see like eyes, you can see like it was bad, bro, and they had to cut it. They was like, hey, look, it's either they gotta remove it because if it busts, she gon' go.
Right.
So when we found out, she went in to go get a checkup. We had to immediately rush from the checkup and go straight to the emergency room. That day, she had to go have surgery. And when that happened, I kind of lost it for like a year. I ain't care if my wife left me. I ain't care about people. I lost it because I was like, dang. Like I done did everything I feel like life requires me to be successful. Now, why does everybody else out here who got kids and don't take care of their kids or do this, that, and third, why I gotta lose mine? That was the only time in my life I ever questioned. That was the only time in my life I ever questioned. And now I don't question it. Now I always tell people that, you know, and people may agree with it, people may not, but you got to be thankful for the good and the bad that happened in your life. You gotta be thankful for it. And people are like, how can you be thankful for it? You gotta be thankful. Your story already written. That was already happened. I just didn't know it. The man upstairs knew it. I just didn't know it. So when that happened, and once me and my wife, we kind of got like over it. You know, I ain't gonna say get over it, but we kind of like start moving on. You know, I said, you know what? I said I'm gonna grind as hard as I can, and I end up getting into comedy. And I tell people all the time, comedy don't need me. I need comedy. The stuff that I do online, the stuff that I do at these shows, keep me sane. Real talk. That's why I tell people all the time. The things that I do, the videos that I post, the comedy shows I do. I'm in front of people don't realize I'm in front of thousands every weekend. Besides this weekend, every weekend I'm in front of thousands. People excited to see me. It brings me a lot of joy, and it takes me to a place to where it's just like, you know what, it's okay. That's why I tell people all the time, comedy don't need me. I need comedy.
Man, you answered the question that I was going to ask you about that, about comedians, because I seen a lot of comedians when I was but I ain't want to just put you in there and say you were, you know, but I watched a lot of interviews with comedians, how they say it, they went through a lot. It's
a lot of great
trauma. Yes.
A lot of great comedians got
Yes.
messed up in the head.
Yes.
Messed up in the head. But oh, they got so funny. Yeah, let them tell you a story.
Yes.
One of my favorite, one of like my top like 5 favorite comedians. Arnaz J. Listen to his story.
Yep.
His story. Go on Shannon Sharp and listen to his story. And I love him. Me and him cool, me and his son cool, but listen to his story. You will never know. I didn't even know that until I watched the Shannon Sharp. And I can call him up. I can talk to his son. Like, I'm like, hold on, what? What? Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, before we get it, hey, Washington Barton, she said, what's the name of your merch?
Laugh it off. Laugh it off.
So you can tell them where you can find it at, so they can get to it.
Well, my wife got to do some stuff with the website, but you can inbox me on here and get it.
Make sure y'all do that. Make sure y'all support. and stuff, man, because I'm loving this interview, man, because I didn't know nothing about Hulk, like on a personal level. And now it just seems like, bruh, like I told you I'm on a different level, man, with Hulk, man. I want to give a shout out to a couple people, Mika, Fun Size, Uncut,
What's happening?
Morgan, Polo,
Polo,
AJ,
get off here, Polo.
Buddha, Washington, Peggy, everybody else. If I ain't mentioned y'all, I want to say thank y'all for joining us after we talking to Hulk, the comedian, man. As y'all know, I'm getting to know him as a person, and y'all getting to know him as the person. So, yeah. Yeah, man. So I was all right. I would get back into what I was gonna ask you, man, about because you saying Arnaz and stuff, everybody trauma. But what makes them become a comedian and they knowing that they had a lot of trauma?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that's crazy.
Yes, sir.
Listen to what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Life is funny. Just think about it. Life is funny. Most great jokes come from a messed up situation, but it's real life and it's funny. I got a joke where I talk about my grandmother selling drugs. I got a joke about me playing football in school, or trying to play football in school, and getting hit hard and quitting the football team and joining the band the next day.
Hey, tell me you weren't playing on flute. You what?
Hey, I should send you the joke, bruh. But it's life is funny, man.
Right.
Shut up, Polo. Talking about soft. Hey, Polo. Hey, Polo. I ain't always been big, bro. Hey, Polo, my dog, man. Polo is my dog, man. I don't care. Polo. Me and Polo locked in, man. Polo, my dog, man. You my dog too, man. But like I tell people, man, life be funny. Like you gotta be. Comedy is spoken word. Comedy is freedom of speech. I'm not really telling you no joke. I'm just telling you my life story. And it just happened to be funny because life is funny. And some of the stuff that I'm talking about is funny because you probably went through some of the things that I'm saying too. While I'm on stage. I talk about, getting beat with a switch. Remember back in the day, grandmama used to make you the switch treat? It wasn't funny back then, but it's funny now.
Yep, that's right. Then they make you go pick your own switch.
They go pick your own switch. So I tell people, man, life is funny. I don't hold nothing back when I'm on stage, bro. If you ever catch me at a show, bro, I go in. I go in like Def Comedy Jam. I ain't trying to offend nobody. If you offended, how you gonna be offended by my story?
That's right. That's right.
That's all I'm doing. I'm telling you my story.
That's right.
But I always have good shows. People always rock with me because they can tell I'm being real. I ain't up there making up nothing. And if you don't laugh, well, you ain't getting no refund. So
you already paid.
Your money already spent.
Word, man. So when it comes to the comedian, the comedian, this joke comes to y'all performance and stuff. Have you ever took, or has anybody ever took a joke that was from you, and you was like,
Yep.
That's my joke.
Yep.
And they ain't never give you credit for it.
I was in the audience when the dude did it, and I ran him off stage in a sold out show.
No, you for real?
Yeah. No cap. I ran him right off the stage.
Man,
nobody say nothing. The dude stay in Atlanta, but people be like, why do comedians be doing this, that, so much, be so serious over a joke, bro? That's how we get paid. If you stealing from me, you stealing from my wife. You stealing from me, you stealing from my mama, you stealing from my grandmama, you stealing from my sister, my brother. I can't let that slide because now you taking from my family. That's why it's so serious. That's why people couldn't understand that Cat Williams and Cedric Entertainer thing. Bruh, it's bigger than a joke. That's how we get paid. But it's gonna happen though. But that was earlier in my comedy career. Earlier in my comedy career. So, Polo Tommy had to call me for backup. Polo, you stop getting hit by cars. You watch Polo, you watch the street. When you watch when you cross the street. But nah, man, like I tell people, man, like if you doing, oh, there go my wife right there. My wife just dropped the square.
Hey, how you doing?
That's my wife, y'all. Can I tell us a joke? Can I tell you a joke? I have all of my tour dates pinned at the top of my page. I don't really like posting material and stuff on or telling jokes or whatever because it's people out here who are trying to make it in the comedy industry that feed off of other people's jokes. They feed off of other people's jokes. So that's why you only see me post funny videos. I might post something here and there, but I ain't gonna post too much of nothing. And if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Like I said, I'm in front of thousands every weekend. So somebody know.
Right.
I just happen not to be one of the ones who all on TV and doing this, that, and the third.
Man, that's wild, man. Okay, and I've heard that, you know, your first person that you ever toured with was Capone, right?
Yep. Can't stand him.
So he showed you all the ropes and
he showed me a
lot
lot
of stuff, right?
One thing I can't take from him, even though I don't like him, he did show me a lot.
Hold up, what you mean? You don't like for real like him?
I don't like him. If I was to see him today, I'd punch him in the face.
No.
I don't like him.
Huh? What he do to you to make you do that?
So the reason why I stopped, which it was a blessing, I'm glad it happened the way it happened.
Right.
We did 5 sold out shows in Baltimore at the Baltimore Comedy Factory. 5 sold out shows, 500 people per show. That's 2,500 people. That joker handed me $250.
He did you like that?
I closed the green room door on him and said, bro, where my money at? But I'm glad I didn't hit him because it would have messed up my career.
Yes, it would.
And my wife said, he showed you how to not move in the game, period. And that's why I moved the way that I do.
Kapow! And you know,
baby, since you upstairs, just hit the add button and add yourself on here too.
Yeah, please. We'll love to have you.
You know, typing in the dang on thing and put your video up there.
We'll
Everybody see who you is.
Okay, let me see who. Let me see her.
Put your camera on.
Okay, let me see.
She loves trying to be upstairs and be nosy. We ain't that talking about.
Come on, man. Yeah, we'll love to have you on.
Up. She gonna come on.
Okay.
Right on your way. She just went and got some food, so she about to just eat real fast.
Okay. So so did that make you like lock in after you started seeing stuff like that? After you had tour with him, went on tour and everything, did it make you lock in? Like after you seeing how everything went?
Yeah, it made me lock it. It made me hungry. It made me hungry because I see how people was gravitating towards me just by the way I look. And then on top of that, you mean tell me somebody that look the way that I do, he telling jokes? I gotta see it. So with me, it's like the first impression you're gonna get, comedian, man, ain't no way. I gotta see this. I gotta see. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. But I'm drawing you in because you want to hear what I got to say. It's like, let me see what this big joker got to say. Because there ain't no way. This joker look like he fresh out of prison. And that's where it goes to when people be judging you and stuff in. But I actually got something to say. So I never say I'm good. I never say I'm hilarious. But I ain't never had a bad show. I ain't never had nobody. I ain't never got booed. Let me knock on some wood and stuff. I ain't never had nobody get offended and be like, oh my God, you shouldn't say that. I ain't never had that because I'm literally talking about my life. I'm talking about real stuff. I ain't up here joking around, and I'm telling you my pain, but I'm making it funny because I'm grown and I can laugh about it now. I ain't no kid no more. I can protect myself now. So that's why I hate it when people be like, I grew up like this and I grew up like this. So change the image, change the setting, change the scenery.
That's another thing. So when it comes to that, your mindset, your mental, like your mental, how is it? Like, are you okay? Is that good to ask you? Are you okay? Like with today, what you went through in life, or could you look back and say you okay?
Nope. Nope. I'm a good guy. I'm a great person. I help anybody out. But you rub me, you say something or you do something that trigger me, I'm gonna take it there. That's why I pray and I hope that nobody never cross me or nobody never, because I ain't bothering nobody.
That's right.
Myself. Like I said, you don't see me at the clubs. I mean, I be wanting to go, and you might see something here and there, meet outs or whatever, but I don't go nowhere. I stay out. Like I said, I ain't doing this for me. Polo, you're not my role model. You get hit by cars.
Already,
like I said, bro, it's bigger than at this point. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. So my wife, my manager. I don't handle, like I told you, all my checks go to my wife. What's happening? All my checks go to my wife.
Appreciate it, Terry, and Fun Size. Thank y'all so much.
Anybody that need to book me or do this, that, and third, don't talk to me. You're gonna talk to my wife. When they're dealing with money, you're gonna talk to my wife. Because I put her in that position for a reason. I just had a club down here that wanted to book me. Matter of fact, you remember that video? It was a video going around of a dude who ended up shooting a security guard down here. He had a pink outfit on. It just happened probably like a month ago at a club down here. They was line dancing. And that same club tried to book me to come do a walkthrough. And me, I was like, cool, I'm with it. But you gotta talk to my wife. Now my wife got her fee. And she on budge. And if you ain't gonna pay that fee, I ain't coming.
Already.
Now me, my fee, I'm the type of person to where I'm not business savvy. So if I tell you, hey, I want 1,500, and you tell me, man, I'll give you 1,000, I'm gonna take that 1,000. It's 1,000 I ain't got. So I would be like, my wife, nah, well, call me when you get 15.
As it should.
And won't reply back after that until you got the 15. Me, I'm like, hey, I do it 13. That ain't my department. You gotta know what you're good at. That's why you see a lot of people, they got teams and they got 4, 5 people on their team. I ain't got no team.
Right.
Just me and my wife, we is the team.
Right.
Ain't nobody coming in my trap, bro, trying to take over.
Like Polo said, as it should.
You can't come in my trap trying to take over.
That's right. So that's right.
I get comedians and stuff that hit me up all the time. They don't talk to me at all until I'm coming to their city because they want to get stage time. You don't even talk to me. F you. Respectfully. Because why you got your hand out? I didn't hold my hand out. I got out here and I actually grind and did it. I was doing comedy for 5 months before I went on tour. 5 months. That's it. I've done 4 open mics my whole comedy career. You know how many years comedians do comedy before they go on tour?
Yes.
Years. I did it in 5 months. And I've only toured with 2 people, Capone and Eddie Griffin.
Yep.
I went from Capone to Eddie Griffin.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Man.
Same dude I used to imitate on TV, imitated my living room, dancing and all this stuff. Now I'm at his house. Now I'm traveling with him. And it's just me and him. Bruh, man, like I tell you, dog, this don't happen every day. But it was already written. That's why people be like, you ain't excited? Of course I'm excited. But guess what? I'm going to remain humble, dog.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right, because it was already written. And that's when it comes to like I prayed and I manifest a lot of stuff, and folks be like, what? Like I manifest talking to you. I
Yeah.
manifest before I got into doing what I was doing, reactions and stuff. See, I didn't want to do it. My wife told me to do it. Then so when I did it, I was like, I'm a manifest talking to all the cast. And so happened that you hit me up. I was so excited, but I already knew, like, cause I already said it in my head, man, about certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so when it comes to that, man, I always looked at it. I was like, man, I did it. Now it's another goal. Like,
Terry said, how was it meeting Eddie Griffin? Hey man, he a real G. He a real G. He ain't no celebrity. He ain't no uppity. He a real G. He ain't the TV Eddie. He the real G. But
so would you say he your role, like, was a role model, like your role model? And like, what was certain, like, if you was to talk to him, well, you should talk to him. You talk to him, like something that you will always wanted to say to him that you never got to say to him. What would you say to him?
I tell him, I tell him all the time. Now, I don't keep it to myself. I give him his flowers while he's still here. You feel what I'm saying? I tell him all the time. I say, big, we call each other cousins and stuff. So I text him all the time. Hey, big cuz, man, I love you. I appreciate you. If this was the end today, man, they just look great. Been a nice ride. I text him all the time. This don't happen, bro. I was watching you on TV as a little boy. And within a year, I'm on a world tour with you. I'm going places I probably never would have been because you took me under your wing. And not only did you take me under your wing, you let me be myself. You didn't tell me what to say, what I can't say. You let me go out there. You let me wear the chains. You let me keep it G. You let me be a thug. You let me be whatever it is I want to be. As long as I do my job and I have them people laughing, hey, that's it. And it's just me and you. It ain't 4, 5 other comedians on the show. We don't need 4, 5 other comedians. We need Hulk and we need Eddie. I done been touring with Eddie going on 6 years straight.
6 years straight?
6
years straight. And I asked you about Georgia, man, or Alabama, man, because I was like, man, I work so much, but I said I would love to come to one of your what is it stand-ups, what I say?
Uck said, as long as he get that Chick-fil-A, where I love Chick-fil-A. What you say?
Yeah.
You say what? What you about to say?
I said, man, I'd love to come to one of them, man. Whenever you got, if you was in Georgia or something, man, it seemed like we just gonna have to make a trip, me and my wife.
Hey, man, in the show you want to come to, dog, you already know. Let me tell you, dog, and I told you this from day one when you had first voting. I always pay it back forward to people who support me. And when I came on to the cast and doing the Country Wayne stuff, you was the first person who really took my character and started doing the reactions. And then came Polo. So it was just like, anytime somebody do something like that, because regardless of how many followers I got, regardless of where I'm even at, you still helping me out. So why wouldn't I help you out? That's why when Polo tagged me and stuff, when he make this, I share it. That's why if you tag me in something, I share it. There's no questions asked. I'm not gonna tell. I don't need a thank you, bro. This and there. I'm gonna share it because look at the kindness that you showed me. Look at the things that you did for me. I don't care if you brought 5 followers to my page. I don't care if I brought 1,000 followers to your page, bro. It's enough out here for everybody to eat. I'm not selfish with it. I don't care nothing about followers. I don't care nothing about likes. I'm doing this for me.
Yes, sir.
I post. I'm not posting just for a like. I post because I find it funny. Now, if you don't find it funny, don't share it. Skip past it. Scroll up. I don't care. That's why you don't see me editing my videos and doing like how everybody else do. Nigga, hey, look, I'll be woman. The video that I just did a video that went crazy viral with me walking outside and saying I just called the police while the
you joined the party.
Bruh, I was warming up my food in the microwave. That was at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And it crossed my mind, and I was warming my food up, and I put my tripod out there in my front door and made that video. I don't think about half of it. I find it funny. I didn't know that it was gonna pop. So like like, bro, you gotta have fun, man. People be taking this internet stuff and stuff too serious.
Yes,
They
sir.
take it too serious. I ain't about to, man. I ain't about to do all that stuff, man. This is the videos. You might see me in the same pair of house black pants in 1,000 videos. Why?
Word.
I don't care. I don't care, man. I'm keeping it G. I'm keeping it thug. I got my flip flops on.
You.
I mean,
That's why I say when I be doing it, my hair probably time. I don't care about that.
bro, you gotta do for you. Because if you too busy out here trying to please everybody else, then guess what? When it's time for them to shine, half of them same people you trying to please, bro, they ain't gonna give you no light.
At all, man. At all.
That's why even in my city in South Carolina, I tell people all the time, people be like, bro, I see you putting on for the city. Man, fuck the city.
Yeah.
Putting on for the city? I'm not doing this for no city. I'm not. Fuck the city.
You doing it for yourself, man.
I ain't got South Carolina State tatted on me.
Yeah. So do you believe that when they say, because I'm gonna bring up one of my friends on here.
Yeah.
Me and him was talking about Terry. Shout out to Terry and Terry Brown, and we were just talking about how your city don't support you. But I was just telling him in the meanwhile how you must keep going no matter what.
Gotta
Your
keep
whole
going.
family don't support you.
Bro, let me tell you something, dog. Let me tell you something. If I post a video and I get 100,000 likes, 20 of them are from my city. And guess what? When I do a show somewhere close, hey man, you got some free tickets? Nigga, fuck you.
Yeah.
Free tickets. You know, only people that get free tickets from me is people that really rock with me. If you came to a show, bruh, or a Polo, or a couple other people that I rock with, bruh, not only are you gonna get a free ticket to the show, you're gonna come in the back and you're gonna hang with us. You ain't about to do it now. Don't worry about it, bruh. Because at the end of the day, bruh, like, I like genuine good people.
Yes,
And
sir.
I like people, and I only rock with people who trying to do good.
Yes,
Who
sir.
trying to actually do something in life. I don't care whether it's a podcast or whether you trying to be an internet, a content creator, or whether you trying to be the #1 salesman at your car dealership, bro. As long as you trying to strive to do something. But if you still trying to party and you still trying to keep up with whatever's going on out here in the world, yada yada, man, you can miss me with that.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to know you. There's a lot of cats around here that say, "Oh, Hulk, that's my dog." And then the same people that they tell that that's my dog, they come up to them and say, "Yeah, such and such man said, yeah, y'all cool." And I'll be like, I know him, but we ain't that cool. Because if I was seeing them getting jumped, I'm going to watch.
You ain't gonna help him.
I ain't going to help him at all. We ain't friends. Hey, I'm a yeah. Hey, you better duck. Duck. The left.
Do that little kill.
The left. You better run because he is serious.
Yeah, man.
Now afterwards, we can figure out what we can do to prevent you ever getting jumped on like that again. But I ain't about to help you.
I ain't gonna lie. That's the first. I ain't never tell this story, but South Carolina is where I got jumped at. Like, that was the first place I ever got jumped.
They jump on you down here. Ain't no one-on-one.
Say,
They jump on you down here.
I just went to it was a college, Allen. Have you heard of Allen College right beside
I know Allen. Yep.
They had a party. And I was like, we got invited in one night, and I was dancing. And that's why I do not go to clubs, man, and stuff. And I was just getting on my own, you know. And you see all the dudes in the back like this, and me, my spirit, I'm up there. I'm happy. I'm turning it up. Oh man, what? It said the live gonna end in 5 minutes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, it said it's finna get ready. End in 4.
Yeah.
We still got it.
Well, if it end, no, I was about to say if it end, then I was about to say you can get off and then come back on. But You got to just tell everybody on here, hey, look, when this ends, we jumping right back on.
Okay, yeah. When it ends, hey y'all, we jumping back on, y'all.
Y'all come right back as soon as it's in, but we gonna talk until the end. But when it
Yeah.
ends, I'm gonna just sit here and wait for the invite.
And get y'all engagement points too, y'all. Please do. Cause y'all been great. Make sure y'all get y'all engagement points. But can you see me though, Hump?
Yeah. I see.
Okay, so I was there at a little event they had. Didn't know nothing about it. Cause I didn't know Allen people and Benedict, they didn't mess with each other. I was like, what for what? I'm the type of guy like everybody. We cool.
Yeah, we just in college. We trying to get
exactly. And so I had I seen like a little altercation break off and stuff, and I ain't know what it was. I kept dancing. So when it was over, I ended up walking, and they had like a space, like a little space. I was walking through the field. It was me and another guy. It was like 3 guys. And I just heard the crowd say, there they go. Man, I couldn't go nowhere. And I was like, man, it was like a war. Like, it was like 100 people came out, bro. And I was like, what did I do? Did they come in there, girls, guys, stomping? Bro, I ain't never got stumped like that in my life.
Hey, better ball up like a roly poly. Better ball up like a roly poly.
Bro, I looked over my boy from Indiana too. He was fighting. Then you just know he was laying down with me. We both get stuck. Till we heard somebody say, get off of him. Man, it was a security guard, man. I was like, it's too late for that.
Yeah,
my body already know.
Somebody give you a cowboy hat.
So yeah, that was my first time ever getting
Polo said, stop the yard. Hey man, Polo crazy, man. Polo.
Bro, that's what it felt like. They were just stumping the yard on me for real, bro.
Hey, I got jumped one time. Well, I got jumped one time in the 6th grade. I smacked this girl named Sierra on my bus. I was asleep on the bus, man, and they was throwing this empty 2-liter bottle around, and it hit me, and I woke up and slapped the first person I seen, and it happened to be her. And all her brothers was on the bus, and I was sitting at the back, and the bus driver. So I was gonna hit the back door. The bus driver locked the back door, so I had to go to the front.
Yeah.
Man, I tied that book bag tight. I made about 2 steps, and somebody tripped me.
Oh man.
I was crawling like Major Payne to get off that bus, but they was stomping me so bad, man. And I got off the bus. I was like, yeah. They got off the bus, but oh boy.
Hey, you left your shoes?
Huh? Oh, I ain't leave, man. I'm telling you, bro. The book bag everything was so tight, man. Hey, look, wasn't nothing coming off. Wasn't nothing coming off.
You say I
might not be able to fight. I might not be able to fight all y'all, but I promise you ain't gonna catch me. Track stuff. You know you run at least about half a mile faster than you said.
Did you run in the house?
Huh?
Did you run in the house?
Hey, I ran through my backyard. I cleared the fence. No hands. No hands. You know the privacy fence? I cleared that joker with no hands. Now come in this yard if you want to. I got some dogs for your ass.
Man, so let me ask you something, man. Can you describe yourself in one word? What would you say in one word? Just describe yourself.
Jack of all trades.
I
know how to do everything. I know how to do anything from working on generators, painting cars, being in the medical field, logistics background, comedy, acting. Yeah, of course, ignorant. Very ignorant.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. Like, I just do, man. People complain too much. People complain too much, bro. Like, I just do. I don't complain, bro. I do. I got a lot I can complain about, but what else gonna do?
I understand.
Stress me out. You ain't gonna fix the problem.
You're right. So besides all that,
Polo, that is one word.
Huh?
Polo said that's not one word. Polo, you got to Polo gonna be on it on everything. Polo ain't gonna let up.
Let up at all.
Oh
France
no,
too.
no.
He said, "What part of South Carolina?" It was Columbia, South Carolina.
Yep.
And so, all right. Besides all that, you know, when you off the stage and it's just you and your wife, what do you like to do? Like, what is your hobbies?
Smoke weed.
I know that. I see.
That's it.
Huh?
That's it. Nah. I like to go to the gym, man, ride my motorcycle, and that's really about it.
What type of motorcycle you have?
08 CBR 1000. It's right out there out front. I was running early. He said, "Nick."
You lucky, cause my wife don't even allow me to have a motorcycle. She said if I get anything, it's gonna be a 3-wheeler. One of those the old people be wearing with the 2 in the back and 1 in front. I said, oh heck no.
Oh nah, my wife.
She said I ain't getting none. I said that's crazy, cause anything can happen on that one too.
Once it's paid for, I can't honor to tell you. My wife know I ride crazy though, so she ain't. I mean, once I set my mind to doing something, she know I'm gonna do it anyway. So halftime, she ain't even about to waste her breath. She just like, man, whatever. Put your helmet on. Baby, how I ride, that helmet ain't gonna do nothing.
That's what I see the line. The line to end, so we can keep going then. So when you played football, what position did you play?
Oh no, they ain't no joke. It was one day.
So it was really one day.
One day.
What position you went out for?
Safety and wide receiver.
So you joined the. So what did the coach say when he seen you the next day?
So my nickname was Road Runner because I was fast.
Yeah.
So me and this dude named Renard, we was going at it in school like big time. So coach made us do Oklahoma.
Oh, I know what that is.
So I'm talking mad. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to knock da. This joker hit me so hard. My helmet turned to the side. I thought I got knocked out. Polo, soft as Play-Doh at that time. Soft as Play-Doh. What's going on, y'all? Bruh, he hit me. My helmet went like this. It was dark. Oh, Lord. And then coach came in. I see the light. Well, we had stickers. We had stickers on our helmets.
Yeah.
The sticker was peeling a little off. Bruh, it was bad. I said, yeah, you know what? This ain't the sport for me. Let me go to the band where $9.
So let me ask you something. Oh, baby, you beautiful. So let me ask you something. So when it come to, because I seen that you post a picture, like you was like skinny, kind of skinny.
I was 142 pounds.
Was you like that in high school when you got hit like that?
They knocked you into comedy. Hey, he knocked me off the field and said,
yeah.
It was a rough day. And it was even rougher when I got back to school.
Word. So did the coach come looking for you?
You can try. I ain't coming. They ain't gonna talk to me. My mind is made up.
Oh man.
My mind made up. You can come out. I don't care who you talk to. I promise you I ain't putting them pads back on.
So how long you was in the band?
Huh?
How long was you in the band after you did that?
Man, I was out there one day and I said, you know what? Out to hell with sports and all this stuff. Tell them about none of this. I ain't about to be out here marching around this hot ass sun. I ain't last long enough. The only thing I probably did the longest was cross country. I did do cross country for a while.
Word?
My my wife just said, you just did that to get out of school early. So
I tell wifey we want her on live with you. Cause she gonna tell it all, man.
hey, Aunt Fool. Polo say he played the flute. Hey, I'd rather play the flute than do Oklahoma again. I'll tell you that, man.
Yeah.
Rough times, dog. Rough times.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. So I got another question, man. So let me ask you something. When it comes to comedy and stuff like that, so do people put y'all talent into the boxes, like in a box? Like when it comes to certain things, they be like, okay, he can only stick with being a comedian. He cannot transition to acting.
Well, that's just what a lot of people. So that's where the whole the internet comedians and all that stuff come in. Some people are really great at doing videos, content creators. Some people are amazing at doing content, but they can't step on stage and do 20 minutes to save their life. It's a difference. When you're in front of a camera and you're in the comfort of either around your friends or in your own home. When you're doing comedy, you stepping in front of a couple hundred, couple thousand people who probably don't know you or you never met before. And you hoping that they like what you say.
So that's true. As in, like, once you get it,
I know some to this day. I done seen people get booed, and I'm like, yeah, I told you. What you? I laugh from a happy place because I told you not to.
Yeah.
So not to get up there. But I mean, like, I'm like one of them people that if you tell me I can't do something though, I'm gonna try my best to prove you wrong though. So if you tell me I can't act, I'm gonna show you I can act. If I can't cut a backflip, I'm gonna try my best to learn how to cut a backflip. I ain't gonna let you win.
So do you think? Wait, I'm glad you saying something about that too, like about getting booed and stuff like that, and also off stage.
Yeah.
Is it hard for folks to recover from getting booed? Have you ever seen somebody?
I've never been booed before, but man, let me tell you something. If I ever get booed, bro, I'll probably stop comedy for like 2 months.
No, you know Eddie Griffin is not gonna play that.
Oh, he gonna be the main one that while I'm gonna stop for 2 months. He ain't gonna let it slide. He ain't gonna let it slide. He gonna be the first one talking junk. As soon as I walk in the back. You suck. Nah, I probably wouldn't. So like I take my time, man. A lot of people don't prepare. A lot of people have this mentality where they're like, I'm funny. You can't have that mentality, bro. You gotta prepare yourself. Things gonna come natural when you on stage, yeah. But you gotta prepare yourself. Because at the end of the day, our tickets ain't cheap. At all. Our tickets anywhere between $75 and $150 or more. Our tickets ain't cheap. So I'll be damned if I have you pay that kind of money or we have you pay that kind of money to come see us perform and we be trash.
Right.
Because you ain't getting that money back. But at the end of the day, it's not about the money. The money good, but I want you to be able to experience because I don't know what you're going through in that audience. One of my favorite stories is I had a lady who came to a show that I did and her daughter had got murdered like 5 days before the show. And she said that she thought that she'll never. Oh, I thought it cut off. It froze. I said, oh, there you go.
Yeah.
But,
there you go. We back. Hey, it's froze. Yeah, it's froze.
But she came up to me and she said, man, I thought I'd never smile or laugh again. And she told me the story, bro. And I kind of like started tearing up like, dang, bro, that's heavy. And she was like, you know, can I give you a hug? And she gave me a hug. And I was like, man, that was cool. That's like one of my favorite stories in comedy. Because that right there let me know that I was doing something right.
Right. It just that's what I said, man. People come to them shows, come to the shows too to heal. Also, get that laugh.
Heal.
Because I seen
some people come.
That's what I seen. It was a woman that had cancer, and she said she wanted to go to as many comedy shows as possible. get rid of that mentality that she didn't want to go get depressed because she had cancer.
Yep. I'm telling you, man. Hey, laughter is the best medicine, dog, for real. And that's a true statement. Laughter is the best medicine, dog. You gonna walk what you gonna I done been there. I done been there to where I done walked around angry and sad and do this, that, and third. But guess what? I'm here today, and all that time I can't get back.
You right, man. You right. Man.
It is, dog.
So, man, it's a game that I want you to play, man. It's a game. It's that it's called violation. So if you feel like, and I feel like it's wrong, I just had that joke. I'm gonna blow my whistle. If I feel like it was a violation, so I'm saying, like, for example, I'm going off this Country Wayne stuff, right? So if I say, do you feel like it was right? And I want to know, give me an answer too. Like, if I say, do you feel like it was right for you to mess with Bama after you got locked up? And you tell me your side.
So far as Skid Line, do I feel like it was right for me to?
Yeah. Do you feel like it was right? Like, if I say, all right, let me explain this some more, because
I think I already know the answer, but I'm gonna let you explain. I think I know the answer because you got to remember I've been locked up for a long time, so at this point I don't care. So I would say yes, because the mentality of anybody that's locked up, hey man, you been locked up with a bunch of dudes for years. Yeah, the mentality is like, no, I don't want to do this and third, but at the end of the day, bro, you still a man, dog.
So you feel like, I'm saying, so when it come to that, you feel like it was a good thing to mess with her after she was, hitting herself like that, like the way she was?
Oh, nah.
Do you feel like that was a good thing?
Nah. I should have aborted and never, kept talking to her or whatever the case is, because I'm fresh out of jail. I'm gonna go back and she gonna be free.
I'm ready to blow that throat.
I know.
I'm ready. I'm ready. That's a good question. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. That's a good answer. Okay, so all right, so another one. Okay. Do you think it was a good idea to pull up at a barbershop and whoop the guy that was in that chair because he was texting?
Yep.
You thought he was texting your girl.
Yep.
But she was already out doing what she was doing. Do you think that was a good idea?
I didn't know. I didn't know at the time. The only thing I knew was him. So yeah. I felt like it was a good idea.
To pull up on him?
To pull up on him, oh yeah.
Without knowing what was the situation?
I didn't care about the situation. I'm fresh out.
That's a violation. I don't get you fresh out. And you pulling up on somebody. You don't know what the situation was, who he was with, and what he had on you.
But you gotta remember. You gotta remember my character based off of loyalty and respect.
Right.
And look here, you gotta understand. And it's crazy that my character like that. You probably ain't gonna be able to see, but on my head I got respect and I got loyalty tattooed on my head. So the whole time I didn't know what she was doing. I'm in jail, so you supposed to have been solid. And really, I should have got both of them.
That's a violation.
I should have pulled up on both of them.
You going into the situation, because I felt like you going into the situation blind. Like, you didn't know what was going to happen. You put Mike and Kendrick in a bad situation. They didn't know. You know, confused Kendrick don't know what's going on.
But Kendrick put himself in that situation because Kendrick already knew what was going on. Kendrick heard stories and he knew how I was. Mike and them, well, they didn't know what I was going to do. So, but they was there. So, if anything would have popped, Big Cuz would have had my back. So.
I'm sorry about that. My dad keeps calling me. You said what?
You good. Nah, I feel like, they would have had my back. Well, not Kendrick, but
Me, I already know what you got home, and I can't miss it. I'm missing it. Cause he loves it, bro. He love your character, bro.
Oh, Pops. Who to my Pops?
Yeah, Pops. He keep calling. He, when it come to Hawk, he gone. He down in down there with Anderson.
What's your pop? What's your pop's name? Well, tell me your pop's name. Whatever. I'm gonna send him a video when we get done doing this.
Oh, word.
I'm gonna send you a video to send him.
Word. I appreciate his name.
But yeah,
he gonna start crying. My dad is a big. I'm telling you, my dad. My dad a big baby, Mike. Yeah.
He said,
you were saying something about Kendrick. He kept calling. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, Kendrick already knew what was going on. Kendrick was pretty much trying to keep quiet. Kendrick put himself in a lot of situations he shouldn't have been in, but he knew what was going on. So Kendrick just being Kendrick. Mike knew, but Mike could handle himself. Mike didn't know how it all was gonna turn out and how I was gonna find out. It was Rashad. Rashad was the one who came out there putting everything in everybody's ear because of whatever happened with him. So Rashad felt like, since everybody doing me wrong, don't worry, let me tell you this. Let me tell you that.
Yeah. Rashad. That's why I said it got back because Rashad. That day, Rashad. So let me ask you something. So do you think Bama was going to did you thought Bama was going to hold you down when you was locked down? You thought he was going to hold you down?
That's what most criminals think when they go to jail, and they go to jail when they date somebody, because you ain't got nobody else to really look forward to.
So before your character, did you know what type of girl she was? Like before you got locked up?
Nah, I didn't. Nah. I didn't read the script or nothing like that. I didn't read nothing. I came there on day one and I met her and we started filming.
Okay. We're gonna go with that. Okay. So do you feel like, and I just realized that this gonna go back to when I first asked her that and you showed me tattoos. So do you thought it was okay to fight your cousin over a lady that was never meant for you?
No, that was stupid. That was stupid. You also got to think the mentality. I mean, people. I used to tell people all the time. They be like, "Why are you doing this? You got to doing that." Look how many men out here in the world that's in jail because they girl that went out and did something.
That's right, bro. Or in the graveyard, bro.
You got to put yourself in the mind of a man. At the end of the day, yeah, it's easy to say, "Don't worry, I'm gonna let her go in the third," but you gotta handle that. As a man, you gotta handle that. You gotta handle that. Yeah, you can walk away, but you gonna walk away a simp.
You got to, no matter what. How you feeling? You gotta walk away from it, bro.
And you don't. And I tell people all the time, you don't know what kind of mental state that's gonna put you in.
Right.
Majority of the men in prison today are locked up behind a woman.
Or in the graveyard, bro.
That's a fact. Them same women they locked up for in the graveyard for, them same women, guess what they doing right now? At the beach, sun out, buns out.
Hello.
Suns out, buns out.
You ain't lying. So this is my last question with this, because this one right here. Do you think you whoop Mike?
Absolutely not.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But he needed an ice pack. That's all.
That's right.
And I'm one of the only characters that ever touch him in that type of form and put a nice little bruise on his eye.
You did. Look at my wife.
So either way, I still go down in history. I might have lost the fight, but guess what? He felt that.
What you got to say, baby?
Yeah, because he was Mike knocked everybody out.
Then what happened?
Everybody else.
Then he didn't knock you out.
That's right.
Not exactly.
That's right. That's right. You gave him a run for his money.
So, but I didn't know they was gonna make my eye look like that though.
You know they were gonna make Mike.
Nah, bruh. Let me tell you. So we had the lady who do the Walking Dead and Tyler Perry makeup, the makeup for the makeup artists come and do our stuff, right?
Wow.
She did that stuff in like 5 minutes.
Woo!
So Mike went first. So I see Mike, I said, okay, just a little bruise. Okay, this is about to be a nice little what's name. They said, all right, come on, Huck. And I said, hold on, I done been sitting here a little longer than 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
if you was to go back and watch the skit where Grandmama bought us the food out, I was turning my head from the camera the whole time because I didn't want people to see how bad my eye was.
Yeah.
So Mike, he's sitting there smiling. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, but
I stayed off the internet like 3 days.
Yeah, cause when I seen it, I was like, okay,
But you know what, though?
yeah. Then
But
I
you know
seen
what,
you,
though?
I was like, dang.
But you know what though? I didn't get the backlash that I thought I was going to get about my eye. Everybody was more like, I'm so glad they made up. I was like, thank you. But somebody got me at a show, man. I walked out. There had to be about 1,000 people out there. I walked out because in my intro, they say you see him touring with Eddie Griffin, you see him on the Country Wayne skits, all this stuff, Hulk, blah, blah, blah. So I walked out and I said, what's up, y'all? Y'all ready to have a good time? And this joker yelled out, hey, man, how your eye? Bruh, I laughed so hard, bruh. I said, man, because people I'm telling you, one thing I will say, bruh, people take them Country Wayne skits serious. They serious about it. I'm talking, I'll be in the airport. Man, why you that? First of all, they ain't even got nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, man, why you let Mike do you like that? Well, first of all, this is acting.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, bruh, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the fact that people engage in it the way that they do, man, because it's just like, dang, you know, I like the fact that people can see the funny side of me in comedy, but they can also see the serious side of me in acting. So I can do both. So now you know I can do both.
That's right.
And a lot of that is improv.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of those skits are improv. We don't have no script. We have a talk. Well, okay, this is the scene. Act it out. That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
That's pretty good.
So you got a lot of that stuff, that facial expressions, the way people be doing stuff, the words that's coming out of them, out of everybody's mouth, ain't none of that tight. All of that is improv.
Mm.
All that is improv.
So let me ask you something with that. So when it comes to like, if somebody asks you to write your own script,
I wouldn't be able to do it.
and well, I wouldn't say write your own script. Like paint your picture. Like how would you want to be if you say I don't want to act gangster in a video in the role? What role would you want to play? What's your ideal role in the movie?
Funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do. You know Uncle Doodoo?
Yeah, Uncle Doodoo.
He a comedian.
Yeah.
Funny as hell. He's a real life comedian. Funny. Now he's not on like the bigger like touring scale, but he need to be. But he goes to a lot of comedy clubs and stuff like that, but funny, dog. And that's how he dressed for real. I met Doodoo way before I even started doing comedy, when he was coming to the Comedy House here in Columbia, South Carolina. And that's how that man dressed. That ain't just for the skits. That's how that man dressed. That's how he is. That's how he is. That's how that man is, dog.
What's the name too? I think he started getting into it. What was his name? He was into it with he got punched. What was it? Man, he got like a scar right here.
I couldn't tell you. To be honest, I ain't even gonna lie to you, dog. I don't even watch the skits like that.
Yeah.
I ain't even watch my own like that, to be for real. I post them and
That's what I was gonna ask you. After you do what you do you watch them, or cause you rehearsed it so much, you be like, nah, I ain't got time to watch them. I just,
I go to the I read a lot of comments. The comments is the funniest thing to me. I love the comments. I don't care nothing about the video because I mean, I really don't need to go back and watch it because I'm the one that I was there.
right.
I want to hear what the people got to say, man. But the comments that everybody be saying, man, and how people be taking it so serious. Like some people be arguing bad in the comments. And I be like, bro, y'all know this is fake. Y'all about to kill each other on this. This is fake.
You ain't lying, cause I had somebody inbox me about Anthony and Shayla, and they told me if I ever do another video on them again, it's gonna be a problem.
I would have did a video right then and there.
I did.
And tagged them.
I did. I was like, they take it so serious, man.
I like it. I like it, man. I like it.
But one thing,
I like the skits.
yes, one thing I don't do, and everybody say, I don't get into y'all personal life. That's something I don't do. I just do off the skits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't look into, they personal life and what they got going on. Like, till I interview.
No,
and like, Hawk, man, bro, you impress me, bro.
People really believe that I'm a Crip.
You playing so good. You playing so good. I question that. I question that too. I said, is he? I quit like all of them. All y'all play the roles good. Special Pooh.
Now the dude that played my daddy, he'll Crip for real.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can tell. He from California. Where he from? Cali?
California. Cartoon.
I knew it.
Cartoon did about 40 years in prison altogether.
Now I knew that one.
He got it all on his hands. Hey.
When he talk about squabble and handle this like me, I said, oh yeah, he one of those.
Real deal. He got it everywhere, tatted all on me, everything. I said, I ain't.
Yeah. He one of those.
I don't want to partake in this this lifestyle that you got. This acting.
Yeah. And they matched it up so good though with you and him.
Yeah. And I ain't never met him before until we had shot that first time. When we shot that first time, my first time meeting him.
See, they not playing.
And as you can see, like, because a lot of the cast, they actually are actors. They actually be in like a lot of movies and stuff like that. A lot of the cast, they actually do movies. So that's why everybody be like, where everybody at doing this in third? Like, you got to remember, like, a lot of people got a lot of other stuff going on. These people actually doing movies. Like me, I do comedy. They be like, Huck, when you come back? Bro, I am on a worldwide tour.
And tell them how long. When I asked you and you said you was on tour, and
11 months.
What the heck is he doing skits? How long you on tour, bro?
I'm on tour 11 months straight out the year.
11 months straight, bro. And I was like, how is he doing these skits?
We take 3. Let me tell you, bro. I was driving back and forth to people don't understand. I would drive from South Carolina to Atlanta. I would leave at like 4 a.m. I won't leave from Atlanta until like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm literally filming all day just to be able to get these videos and stuff out because I don't have the time. So we shooting them all like they used to call it Hulk Day. We filming the whole time. And now everybody wanted to be to where they make me and Liz the Bonnie and Clyde of the skit land. She crazy, I'm crazy. Which I think actually would be really dope, but how they gonna do it? I'm not on the writing team. I don't know how they do what they doing. I give my little input here and there, but hey, you take it, you don't, you don't. Just don't make. But I did say, if you ever make my character like Rashad, I quit.
Man, he said if he make his character like Rashad, he quit. Yeah. And no disrespect when it comes. I just feel like, please have the same. When you come in this, please keep your storyline like how you are. Because my girl J Diva, man, she went from gangster to kind of making me mad. Like, come back, gangster. Yeah. You scared a lot of people.
I look, if they ain't making me eat eat these old ladies out and having in the hospital with erections and all that stuff. I started to call Rashad, bro, and be like, bro, this shit got to stop.
Bro,
But it's funny though. I like it because like you got to make everybody different. Like if you think about it, if they take like if we went back and we reshot everything without Rashad, how dumb that shit would be.
yes.
We need Rashad.
Rashad played a huge role. Like his character,
bro.
I would think, I was like, let me find out Rashad like that in real life, because how good he played it. When I told y'all messed up my head a little bit when it came to certain stuff, I stopped filming 1 week. I was like, because I don't know what's going on. Y'all messing me up.
Rashad is an actor for real though. Rashad done been and stuff. Like he does that for real. Like them boys, I've learned a lot from Ralphie. I learned a lot from Rashad. I learned a lot from a lot of them people on there because they are actors. I'm not an actor. I'm a comedian.
Right.
Even though people say that you act good, you play the role good, but at the end of the day, bro, I'm not an actor. I'm learning. It just so happened that I'm in front of a lot of people every weekend to where it comes natural. It's comfortable. I'm comfortable being in front of people I don't know and talking. So, if an acting role ever came up, though, I'm gonna take it.
That's right, bro. Because I noticed, like
now I would.
I noticed, bro. Everybody, BMF, Terry, Ralph, I didn't even know what's it. Ralph played on Black Lightning.
Yep.
Rashawn too. Ralph did too.
Yep.
Yes. And how tall is Ralph?
Ralph pretty tall, man.
On one of his posts, he said 5'3". I said 5'3".
Nah, Ralphie about damn near my height. Ralphie
Yeah,
about 6'2".
how tall are you?
Ralphie tall.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
6'2". Dang.
Ralphie.
Why these cameras make y'all look?
He 5'11" or up.
About 7 foot.
So is Mike taller than you?
Mike taller than me.
About 7 foot tall.
I'm 5'7".
Yeah, Mike tall. I'm 6'2". Mike probably like 6'5", 6'6".
Jeez. Yeah, hey.
Oh, bro.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. Oh, man, it's been a pleasure, brother.
Yeah, man.
For real. I told you we was only gonna do like 30-something minutes, and it's a good vibe for you, man.
We pushing too.
Yeah.
but it's good. It's good though because it's a good conversation. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm learning a lot about you, and you learn a lot about me. It ain't just it's we learning each other, but we also having a good time, having a good conversation. Most people they ask questions, and once they done. But we can venture off a little bit from the question and then come right back to the question. You feel what I'm saying? So
yes,
I'm an open book, so I'm good, man.
That's right, man.
That's why I told you, ain't nothing off limits. Like
that's right, man. I appreciate you too, man. But before I leave, though, I'd like for you to send me your Cash App, because what I like to do is we've been on this long enough, so I gotta buy you some lunch.
Yeah, I'll take some damn lunch.
Chick-fil-A, right?
I ain't gonna tell. I'll take some Chick-fil-A. I turn down no Chick-fil-A.
Send me your cash out, brother, and I'm going to bless you with your lunch, because I got your time. My wife want to say something to you.
Hey, happy 4th.
What's going to happen for us? Happy for us.
Yeah.
But with that being said, though, like, hey, for real, bro, I really appreciate you, though, man. Even from day one, like I told you, we been locked in, man. So, that's why when you asked me, it wasn't a no-brainer. It was like, yeah, just let me know when.
Come on.
What?
Oh, you done saying something now?
Yeah.
You sure?
You know I don't be on camera like that.
I know you don't be on camera like that. But I thought
I like my wife.
Yeah, my wife don't be on camera, bro. After that, it's over.
Me and my wife would do skits together, and people be like, "Oh my God, I love it," and my wife be like, "Oh, I want to do skits."
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But nah, man, I really appreciate you, man. I appreciate everything that you're doing, bro. Like, far as just in general, for not just with the Country Wayne skits, but I hope your jump pop, man, for real, because I see everybody sharing a lot of your stuff, from the cast and stuff like that. So, you know, everybody watching, man. So, and I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing, man, and keep being the person that you're being. Because I can tell, man, you're a real good dude. You feel
Yes,
me?
sir.
You're a
Yes,
real
sir.
good dude, man. And you mean well, and it's people like you, man, that's really gonna succeed in everything that you do. And
Yes, sir.
don't never give up on what you're doing, man, because your blessing is already here, but your next blessing right around the corner. And that's a fact, dog. That's a fact. Dang, I got black from around that motorcycle. I'm sitting here looking at my hands. I can't even see my tattoo.
Word.
But
I
man,
appreciate you, man, and everything you doing, man. Continue doing great things, man.
oh yeah, hands down, dog, man. I'm gonna thug it out until it's over.
That's right. That's right.
When
That's
it's
right,
over,
man.
I'm gonna go right back to sitting on the couch watching TV.
You cover, bro. You cover. You good, man. You a story, man. You a testimony, bro. A
Yeah.
lot of people learned a lot of stuff from you today, man. And I was honored to have you on here, man.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I don't know what everybody doing for the 4th. I forgot that it was the 4th, to be for real, for real.
Me too. Fly? Yeah, me too, man. Me too, man. But I like to before we get this in, I like to give you your flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, hey bro, you silly dog, bro. This man silly, bro.
Yeah! Yes, sir!
Bro, I
Give your
know,
flowers, man. Thank
I
you
know,
for coming,
I know
bro.
your wife over there shaking her head, man. Like this boy. I said, I know your wife over there just shaking her head, laughing, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you though, man.
That man pop.
This
That
means
man
a lot
pop.
to me, man, and I
That
mean
man
that.
pop.
It really do, bro.
Yeah, man, it's cool, man. And you and the fam, man, y'all have a good 4th, man. And I'm about to go you go polo again.
You had a party. You want to say hey? Say hey, Hop.
Hey, sweetie, what's going on? What you got? Flower glasses?
Yeah.
Let me see you put them on. Let me see you put them on. Put your glasses on. Ooh, look at you. Bye.
Say see you later.
Say the weather.
See you later. That's what's up, man. You got a beautiful family, man. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Thank you.
Keep, one day, your daughter gonna grow up, man, and she gonna look back and be like, man, my daddy, he like that. Keep doing it, though, for real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like I tell you, even with my story with kids, man, I tell you, bro, you don't realize how blessed you really is. I know they might be a little aggravating sometimes. They get on your nerve, bro. But remember, it's somebody out here that wish they had what you had. That wish that they can bring their kid into the camera and hold them and give them a kiss and stuff like that. So anytime, bro, I always think, if you ever need a driving force, bro, I always think about that, dog, for real. Like,
Yes,
real.
sir. Yes, sir.
Because I wish I had what you had. That's for real. I wish I had what you had, man. But that's cool, man. It was a dope interview. I had fun. I didn't even realize we had been talking no damn 2 hours.
I appreciate it.
And I'm surprised my wife ain't come downstairs.
It's cool. It's cool.
But nah, man. Appreciate you, dog, man. I'm gonna go up here and see if she want to go see this Jurassic Park.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and,
sir.
And like I said, man, and if you see a show, man, just look at my schedule, man. And if we anywhere close or you and the wife want to come, bro, like don't worry about no tickets, no nothing, bro. Y'all in there, and that's I mean that. Ask anybody about me, bro. I always make it happen.
I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Yep.
And send me your cash out. I gotta get your check for life, Mike.
Let's say don't go on too. Oh, it said don't go too.
Best
Jurassic Park yet?
Huh?
No, somebody said best Jurassic Park yet. Yeah, I heard it was long.
Yeah, that's Mikey. Hey, shout out to Mikey. I appreciate that for everything you just did, Mikey, too. And I appreciate you too, Maurice. Thank you. Thank y'all so much.
Appreciate it, dog, man. Yep, bro. I'm gonna take this upstairs, man, and see what she's trying to do.
Already. When you coming back to Skitland?
That's a good question.
We miss you, bro. We miss you.
That's a good question. Hey, people tell me that all the time, man, and that's a good thing too, though, man. I ain't never had this many people miss me from something. That's dope. That's dope, bro. That's a good feeling. Like I said, that let me know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
You are.
Especially with something that I didn't want to do. So
we need you back, huh? You heard? You see it?
Huh?
Tamisha, she said we need you back. Hawk skits are the best. I'm telling you, we need you.
Yeah, man. Well, I hope, man. We gonna see what happened. I don't know what Mike and them got cooking up. You ain't even been seeing Mike in there like that. I don't know what the writers and stuff got going on, you know. But I got this tour, man, and you know, like I said, every weekend besides this weekend, we just boom, 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 boom. So, and a lot of people don't know, man. A lot of work go behind it, from you know making shirts and traveling and buying plane tickets and hotels and. You know, I'm always gone from the crib, man. So it's like, you know, comedy is my passion. That's number one for me in the industry. Acting is second. My comedy always gonna come first. You feel me?
That's right.
But yeah, man. With that being said, man, I'ma holler at you, man. Keep tagging me and stuff, man. You know I'm gonna keep sharing your stuff because your reaction be having me dying, bro.
I appreciate that. Send me that cash app.
Yeah.
Hey Terry, good looking out, brother.
And I'm gonna go on Amazon to see if I can find that little thing you just popped too, cause I ain't never seen nobody with that in real life. But I'm about to go.
We did.
Yeah.
Man, I had to bring it up for you, bro. I had to. All
right, dog. I'm gonna send that to you, man. Appreciate you, dog, man. Y'all have a good 4th, fam.
All right, you too, brother. Thank you. I had to bring it up for you, bro. I had to.
All right, dog. I'm gonna send that to you, man. Appreciate you, dog, man. Y'all have a good 4th, fam.
All right, you too, brother.